Hello, you're watching my YouTube channel. I'm your host, kamranarshad. Today, I've invited a guest to my vlog, and I'm going to discuss her life, her visions, her goals, and most importantly, her field. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with a distinct guest training consultant from the British Council. It's an honor to have you here with us. To begin, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your background in training and education? Miss Zaira Sarmad, please.
Yeah, thank you. I've been associated with the education department for the past 20 years, and I have taught in many institutions, in schools, and then I switched to universities, and then I switched to training. So currently, I'm working as a training consultant with the British Council and so forth. So all my work so far has been with the education department.
That's great. That's great. Okay, Ms. Zaira, how does the training consultant role at the British Council contribute to the organization's overall mission and objectives?
Yes. So basically, the objective of the organization is to help educators all over Pakistan to gain skills and to gain confidence and connections that they're looking for to realize their own potential and participate in strong and inclusive communities. So, as a training consultant, I deliver trainings to support them to learn English and sorry to learn English, and plus we work on their pedagogical skills. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. Uh, and then we help the trainees to achieve high quality education and to gain internationally recognized qualifications as well.
Okay,
So
and
the British Council, GG. Yeah.
okay, ma'am, how is your experience so far in British Council? British Council is a famous organization. When a person wants to speak, wants to get a course of speaking English as well, and definitely they discuss about British Council. That British Council as an organization where everyone can get confidence, get skills, and all that. So, how is your experience so far with the British Council?
Well, I don't work in the organization. I am just a consultant with them.
Okay, okay.
So far, my experience has really been amazing because you see, they do look after their training consultants. They look after their professional development. So I have learned a lot while working with the British Council.
And
They
how
offer
long
a lot
have
of.
you been doing this with British Council?
I have been associated with the British Council for the past 8 years.
For
I've
the
been
past
working with.
8 years. That's great, man. That's great, actually. Okay, what specific methodologies or approaches do training consultants employ to design and deliver effective training programs at the British Council?
We have a lot of programs and a lot of training, basically on pedagogical skills and on basically to work on their skills to enhance their training. Basically, we work with the communicative skills for the British Council.
Okay.
So communicative approach, we use communicative approach because you see, previously in Pakistan, as you know, rote learning has been prevalent all over in the education sector. But with British Council trainings, actually, we have come across certain educators and trained them to use communicative approach.
Hmm.
So, and activity based learning. So this is how the culture has started to change with the
Great,
trainings.
great, man. Okay, how does the training consultant position at the British Council adapt training content to meet the diverse needs of participants from different cultural backgrounds?
So whatever the material British Council uses is always according to the cultural context. We use the textbooks that are being used in the schools. We basically design trainings according to the textbook that is used in the national curriculum. So everything is there. The textbook is there. We use synchronous and asynchronous trainings and different. We also offer focus group discussions as well. So that helps them a lot.
That's great. That's great. Okay, can you describe a challenging situation you encountered as a training consultant at British Council and how you
Yes.
successfully addressed it?
Yes, that's very interesting. Actually, what happened was initially when British Council started these trainings, there was a lot of resistance from the trainees because all the trainees are from the government sector in education.
Yeah.
So they were not ready to change. They didn't have that kind of a vision to change their methodologies because, as I mentioned before, it was all about rote learning. So when I started there, they didn't want me to continue because they said that it's not relevant to our context. What
Hmm.
I did was I gave them a segment that this is one part that you're going to deliver. And then I asked them to deliver, and then I delivered the same content.
Hmm.
And there was a lot of difference. They
Hmm.
liked the one that I delivered. This is
Hmm.
how kind of we worked on their mental capacity as well, so that they could be receptive to change as well.
Okay. And being a female, did you ever face any difficulty in this society?
Yes, yes. So when I started, there were these old men as well, different age groups were there. Young people are obviously receptive, but the old ones are not receptive. So
Yeah.
when I started, they said that this is just a lady, and how is she going to train us? We know better than her. But once you start working, you start using those interactive methodologies, then everything changes. They actually like it.
Great. And on the other hand, like harassment issues and all that, did you ever face?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. Because you see, British Council has this kind safeguarding policy,
Yeah. Okay.
which takes care of everything. And plus, the trainees that I have, that mostly training consultants have, they are from the education sector.
Can you
So they
share
are
us
very
what
helpful.
is safeguard policy?
Safeguarding is that we have to take care of the as I mentioned, cultural context. We have to be sensitive about it. We are not allowed to be intimidating. We have to talk. We have to be very respectful towards our trainees. This is, and of course, and creating a very friendly environment which is basically conducive to learning rather
Hmm.
than just being there as a trainer
Hmm.
and imposing myself on them. So safeguarding takes care of all this. And even if we have someone who needs help, who is basically maybe someone is old and they cannot move around a lot, so we have to take care to design activities that basically caters to all the learning styles.
All right. In what ways do training consultants at the British Council stay updated with the latest trends and best practices in training and development to ensure the quality of their programs?
So British Council offers a lot of teacher development opportunities. We have different online certificates, and plus there are different conferences that are being held for us to be a part of it, international conferences as well. So, and uh, there are different courses that are being offered to training consultants. So in that way, we always know what's happening in the ELT field.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a wonderful having you here and learning from your experiences. Before we wrap up,
Thank you.
is there anything you would like to share with our audience or any message you would like to leave them with?
Yes, I would, since I work in the education department, I've been associated with it. I would say that please be receptive to change. Whatever is happening, whatever the latest trends are, we need to accept that and we need to learn. So learning never stops. So everybody, it's not just the education sector, but everybody needs to learn with time and change with time.
Ma'am
We have a
Zaira,
very, very rigid mindset as Pakistanis, so I think we need to change that.
exactly, you are absolutely right. And it's a nice advice for the people who will watch this program and listen this program. Miss Zaira Sarmad, thank you so much for being on a line with me, and thank you so much for your time as well. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank
Take
you.
care, man. Goodbye.